Sergio.
Good evening, my friend. Good evening. Always good when you have THC in your life.
Right. Good deal. Well, I'm very thankful for you to be here tonight and give us a quick little interview. So, yeah, people would be interested to hearing more about you. So, yeah, I hear you were at a meeting already tonight.
Yes, sir. Just a homegrown meetup at Canna Joy MN. It's a weekly homegrown meetup that a bunch of homegrowers just kind of come meet, show pictures, bring actual flower, just kind of bounce ideas off each other, and
So it's not just a
just
smoke session, but it's an actual
exactly, yeah,
cool,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, and then I also host a dab bar at one every Tuesday. I'm really big in like the home grow community, just having some fun. Like I said, bouncing ideas off, having some fun.
Collaborating and yeah. See where the world takes you. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes,
cool,
sir.
man. As long as you're doing what you're passionate about, you never know where that might take you.
Always.
Here, let's see here. I got some quick questions for you. I'll get a couple of these out of the way. People have been enjoying the questions. So let's see here. Okay, question number 1. How do you approach creating content that educates and engages your audience? Now, while navigating the complex legal and stigmas, around cannabis and cannabis creation and stuff like that.
So especially with planning Minnesota's largest cannabis festival, marketing has been probably one of our biggest hurdles. Just because you can't use the word cannabis, you can't use the word weed, you can't even hint at it, but stuff is changing. So no.
Wow.
No.
Okay, can't even use that. Okay.
Yeah, so like any billboard, like even Doobie Dabbler, the name of the festival, we couldn't have anything like that because of the word doobie was. Yep. And we thought that, it was an old enough term to the point where it was really like, we didn't even really have to worry about it because we didn't do, cannabis festival or, 420 or, yeah.
It's Minnesota, man. I mean, come on.
Exactly. So, but stuff is changing. So where last year we couldn't really post anything because Meta was taking us down, a bunch of other stuff like that. This year we actually have 3 radio stations, 2 news stations, the Pioneer Press, which is a big news kind of company. Yep. And then Bloom Magazine also picked us up. So we're seeing stuff change.
More comfortable talking about it and stuff.
Yeah. We're just
awesome, dude.
Yeah, we're seeing stuff change in the right direction. People are getting a lot of good information about medicine. That's one thing that I really believe in, is that this is a plant that brings medicine, and people need information about it. So it doesn't matter if Meta or anybody else says no. I'm going to keep posting about it, keep getting the information out there.
And it also shows people that legal cannabis is not as bad as they've been told it's going to be.
Exactly.
It takes a little time for the community to see. Well, it's not burning down. There's not murders and So it's a good thing. Yeah, it takes a while for the community to accept it. Almost.
Yep. Yeah. It's just deleting the stigma little by little. It should be as accessible as alcohol. It's not fair that people can have stuff at the state fair, like alcohol at the state fair, and there's
tasting
all these
rooms at wine yards and all
exactly.
Sorts of stuff.
Yeah, and then you can't consume cannabis, which is a plant, and
why can't you go out to a farm, and take a tour of the farm and try their tasting room and purchase some product on the way home, or farmers markets? Yeah, there's ways to go, but yeah, like I said, we're not done fighting for what we need and what we deserve yet. So very cool.
Well,
question number 2: what trends or innovations in the cannabis industry are you most excited about, and how are you going to incorporate them into your content? So trends, changes, even legal laws, things, anything changing. You plan on incorporating anything of that in the future?
Of course, just right now we couldn't really sell any cannabis on site, so it was really just gifting, donating, playing games for it. Yes, yep. We had seed sales. But
Something, but yeah.
right, but
Open
this year,
consumption.
yep, all over the 40 football field lot. Yeah, it
Nice,
was,
nice.
yep.
And if you're within your legal limits, I guess no one will be going to jail for it. So that's all. There are pluses and bonuses, but yeah, it's not
Yeah,
all.
no,
Yeah,
we were really big in like getting the city involved. We wanted them to know what we were doing so that way everybody could be safe. And even after the event, we had a little meeting with the city and they had nothing but good things to say. There was no crashes, there was no, incidents, there was no
vandalism.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Nothing. And it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like,
And you
you
stay and you
know,
clean up afterwards, and you leave it the way you found it, and I'll let you do it again.
yep,
So
exactly. And it's our farm land, so it's our grounds. We just really wanted them to have no reason to say no, you can't do it again.
come
Because
out and
when
interfere with it.
yeah, well, like I'm curating this festival to kind of be like Minnesota's Rolling Loud 420 Fest, with the premier cannabis festival for Minnesota. So when I say there's just miles and miles of fun stuff to do, and there was free dab bars, you could get your hands on cannabis, but not only that, there was like information booths, so you could leave with
Grow classes.
information.
Okay,
Yes,
and
hash making
panels and stuff like
classes.
that.
Yep,
Okay, yeah,
yep.
dude. No,
I, I, I
that's what the community needs. So
exactly. I wanted somebody like my grandparents who were very stigmatized against it to come up not knowing
bring them up.
anything. Yep, to leave not only with product, but to know how it's grown, how like the love and care that was put into that product that they have in
The
their hand.
benefit, the true benefits from it, not the false accusations about it.
Exactly. Yep.
No, that's really cool, dude. I appreciate that, and I know your community will as well. So very cool. Number 3 here, real quick. Can you share a piece of a content that you've created that had a significant impact on your audience? And what was it about that content that made it work?
Content wise, like I said, I don't really post much content. My content is really doobie dabbler. That's kind of my thing. That's what I try to do. It's a community event. It's put on by the community. It's done by the community. I would really be nowhere without all the friends in this industry that came out, showed love, and brought the intensity. Yeah, it was. I don't take any credit. It was all these vendors that gave the information, that gave the product. So my thing is just giving them the platform, them the eyes that I really think that they deserve and need.
Yeah. Well, man, very cool. Yeah, I wish we had more people like you in the community. We're starting to get there. That's cool, man. That's a lot of work too. I know it is.
Yeah, and then I do that annual event, and then I do like little events throughout the year. Just like I said, just trying to elevate the community right now. Just like you said earlier in the interview, like where nothing's crashing and burning right now. For some reason, the stigma is so low in the cannabis community, just because everybody thought that they were going to have licenses right now, but because of all the stalling, all the
how much money everybody was going to make, and we found out that wasn't necessarily the word or the way it went down. So,
exactly. So a lot of people are
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, a lot of people lost everything, but it's just there's finally light at the end of the tunnel. So it's like we're almost there, guys. Just push through it. And I want to be that catalyst that we're going to this wonderful event at a crazy venue. We're going to meet crazy people, and
you're laying the groundwork right now for the future of how cannabis can be regulated and how events could take place. So
exactly.
That's really cool, dude. Trend setting. No, that's cool. So I'm new to the area. How long has Minnesota had recreational now on open stores?
So it's actually not full rec. So it just hit full rec. So we actually have our tribes coming down, opening up dispensaries. Okay. So I'd say half rec. So you could have 2 pounds at home. You could, grow. Yeah.
Green districts to get it. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Very cool.
you could always have it. So it was like half rec, the black
Started
market
out
was
medical.
booming. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Medical seems to be the way to show everybody that it can happen, and
Yep.
everybody will be all right. Do you have a home
Yep.
grow?
Yeah. So I help my buddy. We grow some good cannabis and make our own hash. Just try to do fun stuff and
Yep. And get the community involved, and they noticed, and they appreciate it. They nominated you, so congratulations on your nomination. Real quick, number 4. How do you ensure your content is inclusive? Did we do this one? No. Okay. Yeah. How do you make sure your content is inclusive and representative of the diverse community, including medical, recreational, and advocates?
Yeah, so I love all those markets, and I know people like to have a little bit of each. So my big thing is going and talking to all of them, seeing if Doobie Dabbler or my other events are something that they're looking for, like marketing wise or networking wise. Just seeing, just seeing how I can bring all the communities together. At the end of the day, we are competitors, but if we all could, get along, it'd be better for the consumer. Yeah, it's always better for the community and the end consumer if we all kind of work together, bounce ideas, just try to elevate each other. Just keep it a little bit competitive. That's how great great cannabis was made. I want to be a little bit better than that guy, or it's always
what we did when it was illegal. Man, we should really be stepping up the game now. So
exactly.
So very cool. Okay, final question. And you kind of covered this one already, but so what challenges have you faced being a cannabis content creator, especially with all the love on Facebook and everything that they give, and how'd you overcome that?
Yeah, it's pretty much just going to all these events. So the biggest thing was because social media had the biggest restrictions on it. It was kind of just getting the manpower behind it, going to the state fair. Yep. Going to the state fair, handing out as many cards as I could, going door to door. We built our own billboard because they wouldn't let us have one. So we parked it right outside, right on the side of the highway. And we would take them to events and we would just drive around with it. So it's just kind of, if you want something to be great, you have to put the work in on the back end, and then people will see that work and, want to be involved. So that's kind of where what separates me is like I'm willing to go anywhere, everywhere, to just kind of get my message heard. And just to elevate the community as much as I can. I can't stop talking about the Minnesota cannabis market enough. So any conversation I can, it's always, my brother who passed away and started me on the cannabis journey, and just the event and the greatness that Minnesota has, and the great cannabis. I got to see it evolve. Like
I was very impressed when I got out here. Yeah, you Minnesota boys, all this Midwest, man. Yeah, competitors. Yeah. Pretty happy about that. Yeah. And I know your brothers, man. That's a tribute to your brother. That what you do every day, and the amount of people that you're helping. I'm sure he really appreciates that, dude. I know.
Thank you.
My father died from Parkinson's disease, and I was 10 years old at the time. But thinking back now, what could have been for him, the government didn't want it to happen. Yeah, and it pissed you off, and it started to fire under my ass. So getting the word out there, and treating and honestly, if you have to come home from a hard work, you have a hard day at work, and you have a couple of martinis, to self-medicate, why can't you have a joint instead? There should be a safer alternative to alcohol and recreational and medical in a way, or whatever, spiritual. So very cool, man.
Yeah,
well, like some time with us today, dude.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me, and thank you for all the work that you've been doing. I see you deleting stigmas, making cannabis fun is probably the best thing that we can do. Doing events, doing award shows, just making it as accessible as some of these alcohol events or some of these award shows that, do actors and all these other things. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I
Boy, and
I
all the breeders and all the growers have all the cups and all the awards, and you guys never get anything. So, a lot of the content creators work to promote these guys, but yeah, they're just kind of left in the shadows. So, yeah,
yeah, no, so
recognition time.
yeah, no, I really want to just, have this time to say thank you, for all the wonderful stuff that you do. And, all the people that you've nominated are my friends. I know them in some way, shape, or form. So you just giving them a platform, is something that, I myself try to do. So thank you, my friend. Thank you,
Oh, thank
Troy,
you.
for
One of the
doing
best things that's come
everything.
out of this, it was the people I've met. And honestly, the feedback I get from people that have got to meet other people because of it. So
Mhm.
if that's, that's been the best part. And I can't wait for the show. We're putting it together right now. So yeah, make sure you tune in April 19th, 9:00. And yeah, check it out.
100%.
It's going to be a great show. Thank you
A
so much,
100%.
Sergio.
Yeah,
Congratulations
no,
again. Good
thank
luck on
you.
the show, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you.